Today we're gonna tackle donuts. I love the dough just like it is, so we're not gonna be making any changes, and we're not gonna be messing with the deliciousness of the dough as it is, because I'm not sure if you're aware that dough is not really that high in calories. What is high in calories is that oil that you usually deep fry them in. So I'm gonna skip that step, use my air fryer, and make a donut that's only 114 calories each. Yep, let's go. If you're surprised why I'm using regular donut ingredients, it's because really if you substitute with any other flour and any other ingredients, you end up with the same calories or sometimes even more. So why sacrifice the flavor? Here I'm gonna use a 4 tablespoon unsalted butter. I'm gonna melt it, sugar, all-purpose flour, 1 egg, and 7 grams of yeast, and milk. That's a 3/4 of a cup, and it will be warmed up, and just a pinch of salt. Now we're warming up the milk up to 115 degrees Fahrenheit for the yeast to rise comfortably. Now I'm gonna add yeast on top, 1 tablespoon of that sugar, mix it all together and set it aside for about 10 minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna prepare the dry ingredients, all the ingredients, by mixing flour, sugar, and an egg, and cooled melted butter. Now after 10 minutes, when the yeast have risen, I'm gonna add it to the mixture. Simple as that. And just mix it all up. Because I don't wanna use another spoon and mess something else up, I'm just gonna mix it with this hook attachment that I'm gonna use anyway for kneading the dough. So you can do it, you can knead the dough by hand if you don't have this mixer, but it's really handy, it's really nice, I highly recommend it. You basically knead it on medium speed for about 10 minutes until you start noticing that the dough is separating from the ball, and that's when you know your dough is nice, elastic, and ready to go. I scrape all the dough off the ball and move it to a nicer bowl, a glass bowl that the plastic paper will stick to. Cover the dough up and let it rise for 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on the temperature if you're in your house, maybe humidity as well. In my house, it's very warm, usually takes me no longer than 45 minutes. And the dough should double in size. And look at this, it's gorgeous. It completely rose almost off the bowl, really nice. And it's time to spread it out on a well-floured surface. I spread it out until it reaches about 1 inch of height. And I'm gonna grab a wine glass because it's a very thin rim and it's easy to cut, but if you have a cutter, this one is 2.5 inches in diameter. It's gonna come out to about 16 small donuts. They're not too big, but they're perfect for the air fryer. They fit there perfectly, and it's a very nice serving size as well. So when you reach all those little scrapes on the side, you can form another donut or 2 out of them. That way you use all the dough. They don't have to be perfect and perfectly round. They still taste good. And once all them are formed, cover them up with a clean towel and let it rise for another 30 minutes or so. And this is how they look like after, when they have risen. Now we're ready to pretty much put together a glaze. I have a cup of powdered sugar, 1 tablespoon of water. I added also a little bit of vanilla extract for flavor, but you can also squeeze maybe a little bit of lemon juice for extra flavor if you'd like. Set that aside and we'll start air frying our donuts, and literally they come out perfectly. I air fry them at 350, I believe. I started with 400, but too high. 350 is a perfect temperature for this. Then I let them rise and brown a bit, then I flip them again. You're going to see little marks on them, but it's okay. 2-3 minutes per side, and they turn out so good, better than I expected, so good that I do not think that I will ever deep fry a donut. Of course, I had to try them hot. Go ahead and dip them in the glaze. You can also make chocolate glaze or fill them. If I need an extra sweetness, which I barely do, I like to make homemade preserves by mixing fruit with sugar and reduce it until it gets to a desired thickness. I like to use that on the side as a dip. I do not like the mess of filling donuts, and it's just too sweet for me. But you feel free to make the perfect donut. Leave a comment below and let me know how you like your donuts. And make sure you watch these 2 videos next. Enjoy!